broadcast.
Hello, my name is Zamir Knight, and the topic of my message is how to kill a giant in your life. So I already prayed, but that was Pastor Mel. So there's a guy named David, and he's technically at war with a giant. And since he's at war with a giant, he has to go train. But people say he already did train. Well, he did, but he wasn't part of the army, so his brothers get mad at him a lot. So next he asked the king, well, he asked more than one person what is the reward for killing Goliath? And he asked more than one person to get clarification. After he finished, he asked the king if he could battle. The king, he stutters and says yes, because, well, he didn't know. Next, the first thing to killing a giant is it worth it? Please go to 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 26. It says, David asked the soldiers standing nearby, "What will a man get for killing this Philistine?" In real life, this would be saying, what would a person get if so he's saying, is it worth it if he gets in trouble hitting his sister, technically. Number 2 is wear the right armor. Mr. Marcus? So first, you have to wear the right armor to fighting your enemy. As you can see, to me, David was wearing the full armor of God. So let's start comparing. Goliath had on a bronze helmet or the helmet of salvation. I'm going to need the crowd. Which one would you guys say would win? Okay. A coat of mail, which is like 8 of me, or the breastplate of righteousness. Which one would win?
The breastplate of righteousness.
Okay. Then the bronze leg armor versus the shoes of peace. Which one would win?
The shoes of peace.
Okay. The javelin with an iron spear or the sword of the Spirit. Last but not least, the shield or a normal shield or the shield of faith. Last for David is the belt of truth. We already know that because we can't compare it to Goliath. Well, and so a real life example would be if you're battling a bully at school and you don't have anything but shorts and a short sleeve shirt, you might want to ask God to help. And David, to get the full armor of God, David said no to what you could see the normal armor. And when Saul put it on, all the armor, he couldn't wear it. And Goliath was way bigger. Way too. Okay. Number 3 is know who is fighting. Please turn to 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 45 through 46. It says, "You come to me with a sword, spear, and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of the heaven's armies, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied." 46. "Today the Lord will conquer you, and I will kill you. and cut off your head, and then I will give the dead bodies of your men to the birds and the wild animals. And the whole world will know there is a God in Israel. Next, please turn to 1 John chapter 4, verse 4. Chapter 4, verse 4. It says, "Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world." The fourth step is what you need. Know what is in your heart. You have to know what is in your heart, because if you don't know what's in your heart versus the other person, you're gonna lose. Please turn to 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. It says, "But the Lord said to Samuel, don't judge by his appearance or height, for I have rejected him. The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." Please turn to Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2, King James Version. It says, and thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart. Example. Here's an example. David went through the wilderness by fighting a lion and a bear, so he knew that he was ready to fight Goliath. Step 5 is kill him fast. Please turn to 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 48 through 51. Goliath moved closer to attack David. David quickly ran to meet him. Reaching into his shepherd's bag and taking out a stone, he hurled it with his sling and hit the Philistine in the forehead. The stone sank in, and Goliath stumbled and fell face down on the ground. So David triumphed over the Philistine with only a sling and a stone, for he had no sword. Then David ran over and pulled Goliath's sword from its sheath. David used it to kill him and cut off his head. Why don't you wait? Well, you don't wait so you cannot get hurt. Please turn to Ephesians chapter 4, verse 27. It says, "Nor give place to the devil." That means don't give a foothold to the devil. If you do, then he could easily trip you and you lose. Last but not least, number 6, make sure he is dead. Why? Why? Because he could just be faking, like in a sumo match. You can hit them and they fall down, but that means they could trip you and you get hurt more. Please turn to Matthew chapter 12, verse 43 through 45. It says, when an evil spirit leaves a person, it goes into the desert, seeking rest but finding none. Then it says, I will return to the person I came from. So it returns and finds its former home empty, swept, and its odor. Then the spirit finds 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they all enter the person and live there. So that person is worse off than before. That will be an expression of the evil generation. And so to kill a giant, you have to know if it's worth it. Second, wear the right armor. Third, know who is fighting. Fourth, know what is in your heart. 5, kill him fast. 6, make sure he is dead. And that is it.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast. To view videos or make donations, feel free to access our website at www.heirscc.org. Remember, at Heirs, we believe we're just what you prayed for.